What's up, my sports to the bone family? What's up? What's up? Welcome back to another video, my viewers and subscribers. Hope you guys are doing okay. Hope you are enjoying the Monday so far. Yes, man. So I'm gonna be talking to you guys a little bit about a couple of players that they have basically caught the eye so far in this year's staging of the CPL. No, don't get me wrong, my viewers and subscribers. This is not me selecting the World Cup squad or selecting players that I think should definitely be in the World Cup squad for West Indies, as it is early days in the CPL. Right, but there are a few players that would have started off pretty well, just a couple of games so far, but they would have started off okay. And I am thinking that if they continue like this, even if they don't get into the World Cup squad, they might, I don't want to get a call up or get a look into the West Indies squad, but they would have definitely done well for themselves if they continue like this throughout this year's staging of the CPL. So there are 5 players in particular that I want to talk about, and it doesn't necessarily mean that they would have taken the most wickets so far or they would have made the most runs so far, right? But these are just my personal 5 that I would say, all right, they have impressed me so far for some reason or the other. I'm also going to be talking about a couple of established international players that are doing okay also. So people that would have gone on to play for the West Indies already. People that would have played a couple of games for the West Indies, but they are definitely doing well so far. Might also talk about a couple of players that one would have expected to start off well, but they are basically blowing hot and cold so far. Alright, so the first one that I want to talk about is Nicholson Garden. Right, and he's the right arm medium, I can call him medium fast pace bowler that is representing the Jamaica Talawas. We would have had a discussion about him on a recent live show, and I was saying that he looked really good, but I wasn't aware that he was actually up in his I think he's around about 30, right? Earlier I thought he was probably in his mid-20s. So I was like, yeah, this is definitely a good fight. Not saying that 30 you can't go on to represent the West Indies or anything like that, but he's definitely one of them that have impressed so far. Some persons say that he is very expensive. He gives away a lot of runs. But one thing that I would have noticed is that he tends to pop up and pick up wickets at regular, at important intervals or at important parts of the games, right? I think the first game he took 3 wickets, and he would have taken a couple more. So he's definitely somebody that I am going to be keeping an eye on once he stays fit and continues to get into the Jamaica Talawas team. So he's there. I think the first game was against St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots that we played, and he picked up 3 wickets in that game. Now the next player that I want to zoom in on is Tian Webster. Right, Tian Webster, he has been on the local and the regional scene for quite some time now. I don't want to say he has done the fundamental or he has paid his dues where regional cricket is concerned, but he has been here around for a while, and he did pretty well in the 60 for Trinidad Knight Riders. He didn't do too bad at all. I think in the first game against the Kings he got an half century, 78 if I'm not mistaken. So definitely one to keep an eye on. Opens the innings. I guess he can also bat in the middle there, but I think he's opening so far. So Tian Webster is definitely another one that I am also going to be looking at. And when I say my viewers and subscribers, remember now, this is not me saying that these guys are ready for the next level. So far, they are the ones that have impressed me. Whether they are, it can be a case where they haven't made much runs or take much wickets, as I said earlier, but probably the way in which they approach the game and certain things that I would have seen, I say, all right, I'm going to keep an eye on these guys. Jaden Carmichael is another one making his international debut at the beginning of the CPL. I think the first over that he bowled was a maiden The first over was a maiden, and then I think the second over went for some runs. I think he went for 21 or 22 or something like that. So, it wasn't a good second over, but he's definitely somebody that I would be keeping an eye on. Left arm orthodox, spins the ball, and he's not a load of wickets at his name as we speak. And as I said, he would have gone for runs on a couple of occasions, but fresh out of under 19 cricket, would be very nice to see him continuing like this. Mark Dale is another one that, he's doing his thing so far. Probably want to put in some more work, but I always have time for right arm off spinners. Well, they say it's the easiest spin to bowl, and most people will try to bowl it, but he's definitely someone that they can keep an eye on. And then the final person that I am thinking about is Terrence Heinz. I think his first name is Terrence Heinz, playing for the Trinidad Knight Riders. That pace bowler there, bowls with good pace, good line, good length. I was doing a watch along and I was talking about him. A couple of persons were saying that there is nothing really special there about him. He's not too quick, he's not too penetrative or anything, but definitely going to be keeping an eye on him. I am thinking that something can definitely come off him, especially the fact that he's been captained by Kieran Pollard, who is definitely a man that knows how to manage his bowlers, one would say. So we are hoping that this young man coming in he's not extremely young still, he's not like he's 19, 20, 21 or 22, but coming in this year's staging of the CPL, I am going to be keeping an eye on him. He's not bowling 140s, 140, 142, but I think he's in the high end of 138, somewhere there about 139, and once he's bowling that quickly and he's able to pick up a couple of wickets, we know that the selectors are going to be keeping an eye on him. Hopefully they won't just throw him straight into T20 cricket, but they will definitely try and invest in him, in the sense that they will make sure that his cricket is developed by playing regional cricket and things like that. So Terrence Heinz is another one that I am looking at. So those are the 5 players, my viewers and subscribers, that I am thinking about. Mark Dale, Jaden Carmichael, we have Terrence Heinz, we also have Nicholson Garden, and who is the next one? Again? Tian Webster. So those are the 5 players that I am taking a look at so far. As I said, these are not the only players. Probably there are a couple of other youngsters that have started well also that I did not mention. The comment section will be open for you to go ahead and mention them. I don't know, but with the foolishness that is because they don't come from your country, why I did not call their names. Go with the foolishness, man. So I know some persons are always like that, if they don't see people from their part of the world, they say, oh, it's because he's from my area, why you're fighting against him. But we don't have time for foolishness like that over here. So those are the players. Now the established players that we are looking at that have started okay so far. Kyle Mayers definitely doing his thing. Alzari Joseph picking up wickets and also making runs. Making runs at the back end and picking up wickets, bowling quickly also. Yes, my peeps. Alzari with a fiery spell in one of those games the other day. Was bowling pretty rapidly. You understand? So Mayers and Joseph. We also have Brandon King that is doing his thing. Rakhim Cornwall, another established West Indies player, that he's definitely doing some work at the top of the innings for his team, getting them off to a good start in the power play. Probably not going on to get in the 40s and the 50s, but always getting in the high 20s, 30s, which is definitely a good look in terms of getting his team off to a good start. So he's there. We also have Ravman Powell, who have actually started off well, also leading his team very well so far, and Akil Hussain being very difficult to face in terms of the batsmen not really being able to get him away and also taking wickets. Goody Kishmoti would have shown how impressive he is again, so he's definitely on there. So Those are the players so far. As I said, other players would have started off well also, my peeps, but I've just decided to select those in the Monday evening here and give it to you guys. And I will definitely be checking out the comment section, because I know there are a couple of names that I actually miss that you guys will definitely go ahead and remind me of. So yeah, that is basically it. And remember guys, we are going to be live this evening at 6 p.m. to talk some CPL. Alright my peeps, big up on yourself.